Okay, family. So today we're going to get in the explanations and reasons why the ancient Egyptians would have migrated into sub-Saharan Africa. If you watched my last video, as I stated before, Nectambo II and his followers fled into the interior of Africa after being defeated by the Persians. Nothing else was ever heard from him again. The debate on whether the ancient Egyptians influenced or migrated to West Africa has been debated by various scholars for a long period of time. Writers of West African history who have an interest in the Yorubas are of the opinion that there were migrations, yet others refute this theory. Some say the Yorubas came from Israel and landed in Yoruba land. However, the theory that Yorubas originate in Israel has made little to no impact on the Yorubas because the Israelites' culture, especially about the afterlife, linguistics differs immensely from those of the Yorubas. There shouldn't be any debate on whether the ancient Egyptians migrated to sub-Saharan Africa because from a third's eye view, one can see that there were several ways of migration from the Nile Valley in several different time periods. For instance, when towards the middle of the 4th century CE, the armies of the Christian kingdom of Axum came down from Abyssinia to conquer the region of Meroe, they found it totally abandoned. The timing of this abandonment is curious because it coincides with the Roman military forces abandoning the region south of Aswan. It appears that the Meroe people had no more friends in that region, but where did they go? Also, the Shilluk people living in Nuba present many striking similarities with the Jukan Yoruba culture complex. The Jukan Yoruba and possibly the Nupe share with the Shilluk to some considerable extent a common culture which had non-Negroid features. By tying the pieces together, it seems that the inhabitants of Meroe vacated the region in the 4th century CE and went towards Gabal Medub. Some went southward to become known as the Shilluk, and others went westward and were known later as the Jukan, Yoruba, and Nupe. The non-Negroid elements of these people possesses physical characteristics remarkably similar to the Wolof-speaking people of West Africa. Moreover, the language of the Nuba are more closely related to the Wolof and other Western Sudanic languages than to any other linguistic stock. It is not difficult to follow the migrations of the original Nile dwellers along the Sahel from the Nile to the Atlantic. Herodotus testifies that during the Persian wars with Egypt, over 20,000 cities lined the banks of the river Nile. He expressed the opinion that people must have gone west. The Romans reinforced foreign settlement by inviting more foreigners and giving them land. This, together with the land appropriation, overtaxation, and the loss of freedom and pride, led to the acceleration of Egyptians leaving their farmlands. Another reason for migration was that a lot of the ancient Egyptians during the Islamic era did not want to give up their religious beliefs. This theory parallels with some of the Yoruba's beliefs that their ancestors migrated from the east because they were being forced to change their religion. The sudden increase in sub-Saharan Africa, accompanied by general wealth, peace, prosperity, could have never taken place without the ancient Egyptians. The Egyptians, having had all the following factors: people qualified to duplicate their homeland civilization, knowledge of cosmology, religion, agriculture, metalworking, city planning, infrastructure, governments, wealth, the capital needed to start projects and sustain them until they became fruitful for the society. The Egyptians and nobody else had these important factors.